They say we're all the same, but we're different every day. Like fingerprints in motion, shifting in 1,000 ways. And maybe that's the beauty, maybe that's the part we miss. 'Cause equal isn't copy and paste, it's something more than this. Being all the same ain't the opposite of all unique. They're two sides of a mirror that we never really see. The real contradiction shows its face in broad daylight, when someone picks a circle where they claim they're always right. They say they're just like certain folks, but better than the rest. And some they paint as less than, with a sneer and all the zest. They sort the world in boxes, drawing lines that make no sense, pretending it's just logic while it's really arrogance. They talk like they're the blueprint for the rest of humankind, but every word they're shouting shows the cracks inside their mind. They swear they're from the smartest race, the peak of evolution, though every bit of science says it's all their own illusion. They brag they're from the strongest gender born to lead the scene, but they're the ones deciding what that label even means. They're sure they hold the only truth, the one that lights the way, and everyone who doubts it must be lost or led astray. They say they've got the perfect blend of money, power, grace. Never mind the awful things they turn themselves into to take big legs. They sort out every person by whatever suits their taste, like race or culture status, as if any of that's fate. But if those are your measures, tell me how they make you wise. Why not judge by shoe size or the color of your fries? Group them by their preference for a window or an aisle, then wear your shallow judgments with a self-important smile. Or whether someone likes bananas or prefers to skip the fruit, 'cause picking random traits is all you do to call it truth. They talk like they're the blueprint for the rest of humankind, but every word they're shouting shows the cracks inside their mind. Their culture is the most advanced, the crown of history's parade, but every time they show it off, the paint begins to fade. They claim they know who you can love and who you must deny, but all their sacred boundaries collapse with one but why. Their compatriots are chosen as the finest ever made, but loyalty means nothing when it's built on fear and shade. They follow self-styled leaders with the only plan that's right, but every speech they parrot is just noise dressed up as might. I always thought that everyone was equal from the start, but since you keep insisting, I won't argue and take part. If you say we're not the same, I won't pretend you're wrong, 'cause manners say to nod along and let you sing your song. So fine, we're not all equal, that's the hill you wanna climb, but you're the ones who chose to step outside of humankind. The rest of us are level, standing side by side in line, except for you who work so hard to be the odd design. They talk like they're the blueprint for the rest of humankind, but every word they're shouting shows the cracks inside their mind. Okay, we're not all equal, I won't argue, have it your way. I'd hate to seem impolite, so I'll just nod at what you say. Congrats, we're not equals, you finally settled the score, since a clueless dork like you works overtime just to be a bore. Alright, we're not all equal, and I'm relieved to tell the truth. It always felt unsettling to be lumped in their review. It's clear kind. And now you finally made it, you're the last one of your kind. You claimed you were above us, but the truth you never knew is that no one had to push, you did the job all on your own too. So take your grand conclusion, wear it proudly like a crown. You're different, yes you proved it, you're the only one still looking down.